Clemson University, where the legacy of Fort Hill reigns. If you're anything like me before my visit, you're probably thinking, what the hell does that even mean? The family that once resided here founded this university, making the physical house tangible memory of both the people that live there as well as the legacy that is Clemson University. While this refurbished memory home projects the narrative of those who lived in it and their lives before the founding of this university, it represses the full history of the Fort Hill legacy. So you're probably wondering, what am I missing? If you didn't already know, Fort Hill was once a plantation, and given the time period, it's not difficult to piece together that it was a plantation that made use of slaves. That's right, the same people whose home we work so hard to remember and cherish contributed to the institution of slavery and generational trauma that Black folks still carry today. Despite the fact that this family built their legacy on the backs of enslaved people, the relevant problem arises when that narrative is silenced, a common theme in the portrayal of Fort Hill and many other slave narratives. Silencing tactics are used in an abundance of ways in order to push the nostalgic narrative about Fort Hill's legacy. From skewed alphabetic texts about the African American experience to purposeful misinterpretations of spatial syntax, it's not hard to see that authoritative discourse and rhetorical violence has taken place in the commemoration of Fort Hill. When we are confronted by memory places like these, it's important that we recognize them as such rather than accepting what we are told as objective history. By resisting the hegemonic narrative of the Fort Hill legacy, one can delve deeper into what Fort Hill means to them rather than feeding into the Fort Hill facade.